Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome back to Stars Line Darkle YouTube channel, the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with a new timeless reading. Timeless meaning no matter when you come across this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave it isn't for those of you liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of my new and returning viewers and subscribers and to the channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right. We're going to go ahead and shuffle these guys a bit, and then we're going to jump right on in. I hope life is treating you amazing. All right, let's go ahead and see what needs to come through for this message for Aquarius spirit. Purity, interesting. Okay, let's see what needs to go with that. Wow. All right, a couple more. Okay. Let's see. Wants to go this way? Okay. I'm going to get one of these guys to, that's too many, to close off the reading. Maybe. There was a couple out, or quite a few that came out. Oh, that one's flipped over. Interesting. What is the soul's message? Souls. Oh, man, it's just a whole bunch that keep wanting to come out. But this one, I don't know if this is the original one that was flipped over or not. Okay. Let's get into this timeless message for you here, Aquarius. You have the overall energy here is purity. Isn't that beautiful? Look at how it's just glowing. It says, always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. So some of you have really been wondering, you've been questioning, you have kind of this energy around something. It's very important, okay? We had that, a couple of messages coming out with the signs. One was a short, one was a longer form video with signs coming through. Okay, the signs have been showing up for you, but sometimes we don't want to see the signs or receive the signs. Okay, you're being reminded within this specifically for you, Aquarius, whatever the specific question is that you've been asking, that you know the answer within yourself. You have that purity within you. The signs have been showing up. You've been getting extra information, extra kind of knowings coming through, but you've known from the very beginning, whenever this was first conceived or first came about, or you first heard about it, or it was first brought to your attention, whatever it may be for you specifically, Aquarius, you have known the answer. It resides within the purity of your heart. Some of us don't trust that, though. So Spirit's indicating to move into that space within yourself, to go inward, look into that purity, that pure force energy within yourself for the answer to the question that you've been asking. Okay, some of you, this might have to do with moving, it might have to do with a purchase, it might have to do with a job, it might have to do with a relationship, it might have to do with something financial, but the answer is within you. We always know the answers. Sometimes we don't trust the answers that we receive or the information within us. So Spirit's indicating this is a time for you to go back into that energy of trusting yourself, really tuning into the gut feeling sensations that you're getting, Aquarius, because they are truthful for you within this instance. Now, for the most part, they're going to be, sometimes it feels like they can lead us astray. I know there are times where you get that gut instinct, or where I have specifically, maybe you haven't, but, and you follow it and it feels like, oh, it wasn't, I mean, maybe it didn't pan out the way or what have you, but it leads you on to the right path. Okay. So, or at least that's been my experience. So, that is this overall energy coming through, that purity. Follow that energy of yourself. Okay. That energy within yourself, that gut instinct, that gut knowing. You also have the 5 of Needles coming through. So some of you need to just surrender. Okay. This says disagreement. So some of you might be having kind of a back and forth within yourself where there's a push and a pull, like that energy, that knowing, that answer comes through, and you're like, like almost that distrust, right? This disagreement. No, I don't believe that, or I don't trust that, or something doesn't feel right, or maybe we don't understand or know that feeling when it feels right. Because here's the thing, the older that we get, we can tend to notice, this isn't for everybody, take it if it resonates for you, that when we get excited, we can sometimes confuse that with being anxious or fearful, or right. When we're younger, we know when we're excited. Okay, we know when it's Chuck E. Cheese, or going to this, or doing that, or hanging out with the family, or being with friends, or a bounce house, or whatever it may be. We know when that feeling of excitement comes through, and we just can't wait. And Christmas is Christmas Eve, and we got to get to bed, or it's Easter and we get to go Easter egg hunting, whatever it may be, right? We know that feeling, but as we get older, we can sometimes confuse that feeling with a feeling of fear, of anxiety, or feeling anxious, or right. And we can sometimes begin to distrust the feelings when we're excited for something else. Okay, so this is coming through. We can disagree within ourselves about what is coming through, the answer that's coming through, the messages that we're receiving. We can be at a almost like a war within ourselves regarding that. So what's coming through, those disagreements, right? What's coming through with this 5 of Needles is that energy of surrender. Let it all go. Okay, it's much easier said than done. Oh yeah, yes, for sure, I feel that oftentimes. But what I have to do, and this is me coming through here with this, is become more neutral potentially about it, where it's not like a big thing on either side, to the positive or the negative, the neutral energy, and then see what comes through for me. Okay, so that may be where a surrender, or how a surrender could work for you if it feels like it's difficult, or it feels like you disagree, or you're back and forth, or there's war within yourself. That could be, find a neutral point if you can, which I do believe, or I do feel like we all can find a neutral point where it's not like too to the left, or too to the right, or too positive or too negative, or whatever it may be in your situation, and see what comes through within that energy. Okay, let me know how that works. Give me a big thumbs up if that sounds like something that you would be able to do. Okay, now you also have the 8 of Matches, or the 8 of Wands. You've got acceleration, quick decisions, air travel, regression. So we did talk about that. That might be what your decision is about, is air travel, or traveling, or taking a flight, or taking a plane, or travel just in general. It could have to do with that. We talked about that at the beginning. That might be where that is. But for some of you, what's coming through here is making a, now this isn't for everybody, so don't take this for everybody, okay, is to make a quick decision. Okay, sometimes the longer that we wait, the harder that decision is. Sometimes the longer that we wait, the more we procrastinate and then don't decide, and that is also making a decision. Oftentimes we don't realize that, but not deciding is a decision as well. Okay, so for some of you, this 8 of Matches is coming through, this 8 of Wands, to make a quick decision. Okay, really do something fast, accelerate, pedal to the metal, make quick decisions, right? Follow those first instincts, which we talk about here on the channel as well. That first thought, that first instinct, that first action that comes through is the one that you want to go with. Okay, because the second one can be second guessing. It could be talking yourself out of it. It could be a form of self-sabotage. So going with that first one, quick decisions. Okay, that's not going to be for everybody, because some of us need to research a little bit. We need more information. We need to know a little bit more. But for those of you that you know, maybe this doesn't include like a surgical procedure, or something, right? Signing your whole life away, or buying something that's really expensive, or what have you. Okay, it might be those quick decisions, like, do you want to go to restaurant A or restaurant B? It could be, oh, restaurant B sounds good. Or do you want to travel here or here? Oh, this sounds good, right? that kind of thing, those quick decisions are going to be beneficial for you because they're going to assist you in getting out of that kind of hamster wheel or procrastination mode where you're just like, okay, 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 right? And it builds that trust when you can make those quick decisions as well. For those of you that resonates for, it's not for everybody. Okay. You also have the Seven of Cups coming through. So the possibilities, wishful thinking, right? That energy of really allowing for the dreams to bubble up and then seeing the possibilities and taking action towards them. Okay. What is it? What is it that if you could do anything you wanted to, have anything you wanted to, be anything that you wanted to be, have the perfect day, have the perfect day, have the perfect job, have the perfect finances, what would that all look like for you? Okay, maybe that's something that you can do. Write that down. What would that look like? How would that be? Where would you be? What would you be doing? Who would you be with? What would it feel like? What would it smell like? What would it, like if you touched things or people or whatever it was, what would that feel like? Right? Write all of that down, and that can give you some information, right? That wishful thinking, that energy of if everything was as I wanted it to be, perfect for me, okay, successful for me, what would that look like for me? Write it all down with all of your senses, okay, with the sight, the sound, the taste. For some, that's not going to work for everybody. The touch, right? With all of your senses. I missed one. The hearing. No, I said sound. With all of your senses, you know what your senses are. The five senses: sight, touch, smell, taste, feeling. There you go. Okay. I still feel like I'm missing one. You know. Hopefully you know what I'm putting out there. What would that look like for you? Okay. Write that down and let that be. See, now this is coming through here. You've got 5. Okay. Conflict, disagreement. Okay. So you got the 5 of Wands, or the 5 of Matches, and the 5 of Needles. Okay. So 55, change is here. Okay. 5s are change. Okay. For some of you, it's the surrender is still just coming through. There's an energy of cooperation coming through as well with that. Okay. The disagreement, conflict. This is what you potentially are feeling within yourself when it's time to make decisions. And Spirit's indicating surrender and move into an energy of self cooperation. Okay, that doesn't mean you're cooperating with people outside of you. It doesn't mean that, and that's great if that's what. It's not people pleasing energy. It's within this energy of, okay, if I were to trust myself, what would this look like? Being in agreement. Okay, so disagreement, agreement. Isn't that interesting? One card says one and one card says the other. It's like bringing it full circle within building that trust, that wishful thinking. What is it? What's perfect for you? What looks great for you? Or what's excellence for you? What would that look like? What would that be? And where can you begin to trust yourself, move into that energy of agreement, of surrender, and allow for your gut feelings, your knowings, right, to be able to be what is right for you. Your heart knows. This, again, this says always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. Okay, so moving back inward into yourself to find the answer to your question. Making quick decisions for some of you, following that energy of kind of writing down what a perfect situation or kind of scenario looks like for you. Now, within this, we have that purple, okay? These 2 5s. There's change in the air. This is a change that is necessary. This is a necessary change. This is necessary, okay? Look at this purple. This is a royalty kind of energy. That purple, that energy of just gorgeous, kind of almost like riches. There's a richness within this, within yourself, within doing this work. Okay, it's very valuable. It's priceless, even because what you can gain from it is going to be, again, priceless. Okay, so this is priceless. This is a just this message coming across, right? We talked about the signs, right? The signs have been showing up, but this message is coming across for those of you that see this because it is such important work for you. It is so important. It's priceless. It's invaluable. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see the last message here that we're going to close off. It says, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? right? This is encompassing that, right? Trust and really tuning into what you feel, what you know, those decisions, those choices. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. The Buddha right here at the top. Okay. Today's soul action. Now we talked about some actions here within this as well. So let's add a few more. Today's soul action: choose one self-care activity to do today. Set stronger boundaries. Oh my gosh, yes. Number 2, meditate and listen to your heart. That's what this has been about, going into and feeling into that heart. Number 3, speak to yourself with compassion. Number 4, focus on your strengths. Number 5, say no to something that isn't a soul yes. You see, this is what this is talking about as well. Say yes to something you are afraid of. Ooh, I like that. 7, let go of what you cannot control. Yes. Okay. Stay far away from drama and negativity. Yes, when you can. Okay. 9, ask for help and allow it. And 10, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Okay. So this one feels very much like a lesson within a lesson coming through here, Aquarius. That purity, those signs, those symbols, those messages coming through, allow them. That 55, there's change in the air. This is necessary change, okay? It's priceless, it's invaluable, it's necessary, all right? I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button right down below and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.